Final Fantasy, a series that has been around for decades and has garnered the love of millions of fans all across the world. It's a series that is near and dear to my heart, and we've come to that time again when a new entry is going to be released to the world. Final Fantasy XVI is just a few short days away and introduces combat that you would see in games like Devil May Cry or Bayonetta. With the addition of this combat, it has sparked a lot of conversations within the Final Fantasy community, and two distinct questions have been asked. One being, can Final Fantasy XVI be considered a Final Fantasy game? And two, what is Final Fantasy? Hey everybody, I'm Verum Dex, and in this video I'm going to be kind of just talking about the series, the changes that we've seen, and different aspects to give you my answer to these two questions. So let's begin. This series has constantly been changing and evolving since its inception. No two games are exactly alike, and all of them bring something new to the table, whether that's new mechanics, magic systems, summons, and so on. Even our own individual thoughts of what Final Fantasy is differ, as we all have entered this series at different points. So let's ponder the question, what is Final Fantasy? Is it turn-based combat? Is it the riveting conversations you have with the townsfolk? Is it summoning powerful monsters to decimate your enemies? Or is it being rejected by the local priest? Some may answer this question by saying Final Fantasy is the turn-based combat it's known for. Others might say it's light versus darkness, political struggles and war, or defying destiny and fate to save those you love. Now, what would I say Final Fantasy is? My answer would be all of it. Final Fantasy is turn-based combat. It is real-time action combat. It is flying around in airships, casting amazing magic, summoning great beings. It is riding around on chocobos, and it is saving the world. It's all of it, and so much more. It is a never-ending canvas that evolves as more is painted. Its potential is endless, and that is amazing. Let us move on to the question, can Final Fantasy XVI be considered a Final Fantasy game? And I would ask in response, why couldn't it be? As I talked about in this video, this series has changed so much and evolved, like the move away from traditional turn-based combat in 12, or dipping into the MMO world with 11, the junction system in 8, the move from medieval fantasy to sci-fi in 7, and the list goes on. Final Fantasy XVI is just the next step in the evolution of this series, and it is not any less Final Fantasy than any other entry. It has chocobos, summons and climactic battles, a medieval fantasy setting, crystals, Marlboros, politics, war, etc. I'm not really sure what else would need to be included in this game for it to be viewed or considered as a Final Fantasy game. In saying this is not to say that you have to like it. Everybody has their own opinions, preferences, so on, and all of that is valid. You can dislike this game, but I feel it's disingenuous to try and say it isn't Final Fantasy. I hope that the discourse we have about the series can just be a little bit better. So to finish, my answers to what is Final Fantasy, and can Final Fantasy XVI be considered as a Final Fantasy game? Final Fantasy is Final Fantasy XVI, and Final Fantasy XVI is Final Fantasy. You can replace that with any entry in the series, and you would be correct. And I think that's amazing, that this series can be so many things and touch so many people. This has been Verum Dex. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one.